Hey everybody. Here's the behind the quack tracks for the song When the Silence Gets Loud. This is a song for anybody who's ever come home to an empty house. I come home to an empty house all the time. I'm an ordained permanent deacon in the Catholic Church because I'm a deacon. I have a day job. I'm not paid for my ministry. I have a day job and then I give my ministry. And I do that. And I don't live in the rectory with the priests because I'm not a priest. I'm a deacon. So every day I come home to an empty house for many, many years. Some days that's a wonderful thing. It's so peaceful. And some days after a long day, all you want is to have nobody bug you. But sometimes the silence starts feeling a little bit different. Sometimes you get home and you realize there's nobody there to tell about your day, whether if it was good or bad. Some days there's no one to joke around with. Some days there's no one to tell you about their day. Sometimes I like to listen about, well, how was your day, And then the silence starts getting a little bit louder than it should. And that's what the song is about. The song is not about loneliness, but it's about those moments where you become aware of loneliness. It's those moments where you're lying awake at night, it's 2:30 a.m., you're staring at the ceiling, and all of a sudden your brain says, hey, let's play the greatest hits of every single failure you've had. Wouldn't that be fun? And, and then you want to call somebody. Maybe you just want to hear someone just say, dude, it's going to be okay. But you look at the clock and it's 2:45 a.m. and it's way too late to call anybody. And so you don't. You just lie there with your thoughts. And I've been on both sides of that. I've been the person who really needed somebody to talk to and couldn't. But I've also been the person who's gotten a late night phone call at 2:30 a.m. from someone who needed a friend, and I was glad I could be there for them. But the interesting thing is silence isn't always the enemy. Silence can be where we pray. Silence can be where we think. Sometimes silence is where we even can heal. But sometimes the silence just gets loud. And that's where the song came from. It's not the happiest song on the album, but a common criticism of my music is people say, your songs are too dadgum happy and it makes me sick. I hear that from a few people. They say, write something with pain, write something with hurt. And I struggle with that because I'm a positive person, but here's my try at that for those people that say my music's a little too saccharine sweet for them. So, but yeah. And this is the perfect place to put it on. Not a typical album. It's definitely one of the most honest songs. It's personal, something I normally wouldn't put on an album. But if you've ever had one of those nights where the house was quiet, but your mind definitely wasn't, you'll definitely understand what the song's talking about and know that when you listen to the song, you won't be alone anymore. So hopefully that helps you. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time on Behind the Quack Tracks.